Hey, young world. It's your favorite host who always puts extra jelly on his toast. That's right, it's me, Famous Vernon. And I want to welcome you to the show. I want to be famous. And my job is to show you how to go from ordinary to extraordinary. That's why I'm here every week, giving you gems and jewels so you can go out and do it too. Yeah. Welcome back to the show that everybody know. If you haven't heard about I Want to Be Famous, click the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, or if you're listening through audio, subscribe to us on your favorite podcast app. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Man, there's so many now. I've lost track. If you're here for the very first time, my name is Famous Vernon. Vernon Foster is what they call me. That's my government. And I'm here to give you the insights, the real tools, the real breakdown on what it takes to succeed at doing the thing that you love and bringing that into the world in a way that serves yourself and humanity. So it might be a little bit ambitious to you, but hey, my mom told me that I could do whatever I want. She said, Vernon, if you're going to dream big. So I'm dreaming big, man. We're taking this thing to the top, to the moon. So are you coming with me? All right. Today's episode is all about the 3 things that I learned from Tiger Woods, y'all. Now, I probably don't have to tell you who Tiger Woods is. But if you don't know, he's one of the most iconic, prolific golfers of all time. He's a GOAT. And Tiger Woods, to me, represents more than golf. He represents he represents the culture. He represents going in places and overcoming challenges that a lot of people may not experience if you're not a minority, if you're not somebody who has darker skin, if you ain't one of them darker skin folks like us. So not only is his story remarkable, not only has he demonstrated through his work as a practitioner that he talks the talk and walks the walk, but Tiger Woods will forever go down in history as one of the most iconic golfers of all time. Now, whether you agree with that or not is up to you. I don't care. I'm not here to be nice and be friendly and be all, oh man, you gotta and play those cards. I'm here to give you what you need to get to where you gotta go. So if you're ready for the 3 things that I learned from Tiger Woods, then we'll get started. So you probably thought I was stammering or stuttering there. I was getting my thoughts together. Don't worry, baby. This ain't all scripted now. So here are the 3 things that I learned from Tiger Woods. Number one is that you train hard, and if you train hard, you play easy. Now, Tiger Woods said that when he would train, he would play thousands. He would practice thousands of times. He would hit thousands of golf balls until his hands were bleeding and aching just to play one single tournament. Can you imagine that? A lot of y'all don't even practice at all, let alone 1,000 times, right? There's this thing that says 10,000 hours, right? You put that in, and that's when you become a master. Clearly, and whether you believe that or not, clearly Tiger Woods has done that. He said his inspiration really came from his father, who was in the era of Charlie Siffer. I believe that's how you say his name. And he said that Dad had to be twice as good to be given half a chance. And to him, that made him he was already starting off with this mindset of that he was going into the room as somebody who wasn't going to get the look, as somebody that was going to have to work twice as hard because of his dad's reality and because of the world that his dad came up in. So what did he do? He said he made training difficult, so when it came to game time, he would be ready. He actually went on to share a story about how he would go to, his aspiration was to go play at country clubs, right? Because that is the thing, right? When you're training as a young kid, I believe he started as early as 4 or 5, and all the way up to, when he wasn't even really allowed to play golf at that time. I think he was like 10 years old when he started to really start to come into his own. And by the time he eventually was able to go to country clubs, they would deny him access, right? And this is from his own words. He was denied access to country clubs because of his skin color, right? Because of the way he looked. Now, that may be hard for people to imagine in today's times, but that's a world that existed, and it's very important that we acknowledge those things. And, what you don't understand, about these things is that they actually end up being a catalyst, right? This was a catalyst for Tiger Woods. When he would go to the country club, he said he would ask 2 questions. He said he didn't care if they didn't let him in. He would ask these 2 questions. The first one he would ask is, where's the tee? And the second question he'd ask is, what was the record? Right? And why would he ask those questions? Well, he's going to tee it up and he's going to top it up. Top up the record, that is. So let's go on to number 2. And number 2 is that everything is earned. You deserve nothing. And Tiger Woods went on to say that, there were all these challenges and things that he had to basically overcome, right? He had to literally earn his way day by day, game by game, practice by practice. And one of the ways that really showed up and manifested itself, it wasn't just him, it was his family, right? So before he was able to, no, not before, but when he turned 14 years old, he was basically, trying to figure out how he could get on the AGA tour at that time, right? That was the big tour, I guess, for teens. I'm not an expert in golf, right? But I guess that was the next big thing for him, right? And so coming from a family that didn't have a lot of resources, coming from a family that, they were blue collar, if you will. And so his family had to make a tough decision. And what was that tough decision? They took out a second mortgage on their house just so Tiger Woods could play, just so he could enter the AGA at 14 years old. Now, think about that. Think about how hard that had to be for his mom, for his dad. It wasn't just like, yeah, let's just cut this check and we'll be good, right? Not a trust fund kid, right? Not someone who's getting fed on a silver spoon or a platter, right? He had to earn it. His family had to earn it, right? And I love this next point because when he actually got signed after his at Stanford, I believe it was around 22 years old. One of the first things he did when he signed his Nike deal was he paid off his parents' mortgage. How about that? He paid off that mortgage. They believed in him, and he returned that back to them. Think about how cool that would be, man. Think about that, how cool that would be for people that believed in you, for people that invested in your dreams, and people that propelled you to go back. We heard this story with Oprah before. The guy who believed in Oprah, he opened up his mailbox one day. One of her early mentors and somebody that was pushing her opened up her mailbox, and there was a check in there for this guy, right? So the third thing, here is the third lesson that I learned. Are you ready? Number 3 is you won't get there alone. Tiger Woods was very clear about his support systems and the people that were there. He said he had 2 incredible parents. He had mentors, he had friends, he had people who supported him in his darkest of times, and he had people who supported him in his best of times, right? He said golf is an individual sport, right? But the awards and the accolades that he's receiving, it's not just based on what he's done. It's based on everybody that supported him and everybody that surrounded him and that was in his life, encouraging him, pushing him, motivating him, being supportive in ways that maybe he needed that he didn't even understand. So what does this mean? You're not going to get there alone. I'm sorry. There's no such thing as self-made. If Tiger Woods, one of the greatest golfers of all time, is telling you that it takes a village, right? He didn't do it alone. Why do you think that you're going to be able to do it alone? Why are you convinced that it's going to be a road that you can travel by yourself? Wrong. No, that's not going to work. So let's recap everything I talked about here, the 3 things I learned from Tiger Woods so you can understand what you need to get to where you got to go to get to your next level. Number 1, I said, train hard so you can play easy. So what does that mean? That means work, put in the work, practice, become a practitioner. Every single day you got to get the reps. You got to get the reps. You got to get the reps. Get the reps. The reps. All right, number two, everything is earned. You deserve nothing. You deserve nothing. Start every day like your bank balance is empty. Start every day like you haven't done anything, like you haven't wrote your book, like you haven't put out a podcast, like you haven't put out a video. Start every day like that and you'll earn your way. Okay? And finally, number 3, well, you won't get there alone. So you already know that I don't gotta beat that one with a dead horse. I don't even know where that phrase comes from, but it's weird because people don't even get beaten with dead horses. Like, why would you? That would just be weird anyway. So that is the show for you, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. Same famous time, same famous channel. We'll be here back next week. Hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching. And if you want to have me get some insight and wisdom from one of your famous actors, creators, anybody who's out there that's made a name for themselves and that's done it in a way that's impacting the world in a big way, drop their name in the comments section below, and I will see what I can do for you. I'll see, I don't make no promises, but I'll see what I can do for you. You my mans, or you my woman. So I'll see what I can do for you. Just don't get all excited. Just put it in the comments. All right, I'll see you real soon now. Peace.